As skeptical? Be honest.
I guess I kind of understand the feeling that they were talking about.
Yeah? In what way?
That my grandma always used to tell me that when she was praying before she went to bed, when she got up in the morning, she always felt like she got she called it her inner hug.
Huh.
And she said it just kind of felt like two arms wrapping itself, you know, around your heart, around your lungs, just an inner hug. And I guess I kind of understand a little more what she was talking about.
Now Derren has finished that part. He only asks her if she is as skeptical. He then reinforces the doubt feeling by repeating that same phrase, which is just be honest. And this is called anchoring. Okay, and I'll talk about anchoring in another video. So he says to her, just be honest. Are you as skeptical? And she replies by saying that she can kinda understand where they are coming from, which is the other people, the people in her family who have the different opinions to her. So all in all, there is no religious conversion here at all. He doesn't say, do you believe in God? He only asks her if she is as skeptical, and her overall answer is no. So here there is no religious conversion.
Some of the people have left because they were uncomfortable with the instant conversion.
And I'm just going to go back in a minute and see if anyone's left, because I want to carry on. I want to see if I can do this. But for the moment, it's a bit of drama.
So as Derren says, many people left because they were uncomfortable with the instant conversion. But as we know, there was no instant conversion. Just the girl, she told Derren that she's not as skeptical. Okay, so why did those people leave? Well, in their mind, there was an instant conversion because Derren is very, very good at showmanship. He can make one thing happen and make it appear as something is happening, but in actual fact, that's not the case. So Derren is excellent at showmanship. Okay, and really the trick here with that instant conversion, the trick is actually not happening to the girl. It's actually happening to the rest of the audience and us, the viewer, who are watching this video. So the trick is actually for us. It's to make us believe something, not actually for her to believe something.
We had a bit of an interruption there because I think some people got a little bit uncomfortable with that and have left. So if it's all right, we'll just carry on with you guys. Thank you for staying. It's fair enough. So just want to carry on talking about what we were talking about. Are you feeling all right? You still?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just kind of a weird feeling.
So Derren asked her, in which way can you understand where they're coming from? And she talks about her grandmother, who used to describe to her an inner hug, which felt like two arms wrapping around itself, around the heart and around the lungs. Okay, so Derren is going to take advantage of what she just said in a moment towards the end of this video.
Do you believe in God? Do you think this would be a good thing to do, or do you think it's just self-deception?
I think if it works for them, you know, I'm not going to discourage people from their beliefs, but how could you believe or worship in a higher being, you know, that they choose to call God, that's supposed to be loving and supposed to be merciful and kind, but yet, you know, and then they talk about free will and this and that. Well, it wasn't a 3-year-old's free will to die of, you know, leukemia and things of that nature. That's what makes me just don't buy it.
So at this point, Derren has created the perfect atmosphere. He's shown the audience something that they never thought was possible to happen. He's converted this girl into being religious, so it seems. Okay, so the members of the audience are now going to be extremely open-minded and extremely suggestive, and Derren can find it easier to communicate with their unconscious mind, which is key to try and persuade someone to do something.
Okay. All right. Are you happy for me to try this with you too?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Can you just come around here for me? Maybe if you just stand there for me, but face, let me just put you there like that. Okay, just put your feet together for me.
So here, Derren is going to make the man fall backwards. And a key point to this is asking him to put his feet together. And the reason for this is that it's very unnatural for us to stand in this position. And the reason is that it's hard to keep balance. Okay, so, but he must ask the man in a very subtle way. So he just says it under his breath, like it's not really an important part of what they're doing. So he just casually says to him, if you just put your feet together.
And I want you to know you're not going to hurt yourself or anything like that, all right? Mm-hmm. And we'll catch you when this happens. Just want you to face that way and just let whatever happens happen. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do.
So Derren wants to tell him to fall backwards, and he does that indirectly, and he tells him, don't worry, you're not going to hurt yourself. I will catch you when this happens. So that's a way of telling him to fall backwards. And then he just says, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do, but actually he has told him what he's going to do. He's going to make him fall backwards. But the man read this information through his unconscious mind, and that's why he's not really too aware about what Derren was just telling him to do.
Okay. Stay there for a minute.
So now the man has fallen backwards. He was pulled down by Derren's magic pull. So how did he do that exactly? Well, first of all, the video footage has been edited as well, especially before he asked the man to take part in what he's going to do next. So there could have been one technique that he used before the video was edited, and that would be to make an embedded suggestion. For example, to tell him to fall backwards after 5 seconds. And I've seen him do this in some of his other videos. Before he makes the participant fall backwards, he talks to them about shopping. And he says that you're very busy shopping and you feel so exhausted, and you turn around for 5 seconds and you feel that you just want to fall backwards. Okay, so that's an indirect way of telling someone to fall backwards after 5 seconds. So that's just one technique, and that's called embedded commands. And I talk about that in another video. It's actually a very interesting technique.
Sit up for a second. Talking very skeptically a moment ago about any kind of belief in God, you said it's that you couldn't believe in that at all. How do you feel now about that? Be honest. Be honest.
I think that I would be, I don't want to call myself ignorant, but I would be, I wouldn't be doing the right thing due to what just happened and occurred to me if I didn't, think that there was a possibility that maybe my belief and maybe my opinions aren't correct.
Okay, so you're saying you are now ready to accept the idea that there's a God that you wouldn't be prepared to accept beforehand? I'm not putting words in your mouth, I just want you to clarify for me.
Due to especially what just occurred with me, yeah, there is reason to explore.